Good evening and welcome to the Bluegrass Truck Series. We're at the round of 8, Alex. We got 3 more races, including tonight. So tonight, next week, and then championship week. So we go to Martinsville this next week, but we're at Miami-HOMESTEAD here tonight with the Truck Series. As right now you look at qualifying, Bobby Hall topped the chart. What a good run for that young man into 94. Jonah Cober, second, Peyton Hubbard, Wes Wiggin, Alan Duranco rounds out your top 5. Also on the racing surface shows number 91 there. That is Michael Cole. Michael Cole in car number 91. And he's mixing a little boo-boo there, Alex.
Oh, Steve?
Yeah.
You could tell it was race season because all my stuff is not where it's supposed to be.
Well, Michael Cole going to make his way back out onto the racing surface. Let's go over points going into the night. 117 starts is Jonah Cobert. Jonah Cobert topped the charts with 17 starts, 5 wins on the season, 3 poles, 9 top 5s, 11 top 10s. Peyton Hubbard comes in ninth, second in the points with 17 starts, 4 wins, 4 poles, 12 top 5s, 12 top 10s. Sean Kaiser comes in tonight third in the point standings with 18 starts of the season, 2 wins to his credit, 0 poles, 9 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. Barrett Morton with 17 starts of the season with 0 wins, 1 pole, 8 top 5s, and 10 top 10s. Wes Wiggin fifth in the point standings. And truck number 88 with 18 starts to the season with 5 top 5s, 11 top 10s. So that's your top 5. So right now we got 8 drivers trying to get into the final 4. So we went over your top 5. You got Lucas Lyons is 6th, Alex Healy is 7th, and 8th is Bobby Hall Jr. Sound kind of exciting, doesn't there, Alex?
Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, Steve. I think I got everything set up.
All right, so
Are we ready for grid? Did I get this set up just in time for grid? Yes, I did.
you did. All right, starting on the pole to Flex Motorsports, car number 94. It's Bobby Hall Jr. to his outside at 31 at JC Motorsports, Jonah Cobert.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 99. That is Peyton Hubbard to the outside. Starting 4th, the 88 of Wes Wiggin.
In row number 3 to the inside of Elevated Motorsports, car number 4, it's Alan Duranco to his outside at JC Motorsports, car number 9, Barrett Morton.
Starting in the 7th spot, the 24 of Sean Kaiser for All-American Motorsports. And starting 8th, the 97 of Alex Healy.
In your 5th row tonight, to the inside, truck number 42 be Ed Osborne to his outside. In truck number 20, Turn 1 Racing, Dustin Rinstadall.
JC Motorsports 25, Lucas Lyons starts in the 11th spot to the outside. WJM Motorsports, the 23, that is Fernando Takahashi.
In row number 7 to the inside, it'd be David Brackett, and to his outside, the WJM Motorsports truck number 17, Cody Anderson.
Starting 15th, the 13 of Brian Terry. Starting 16th, the 81 of Taylor Peacock.
In row number 9 to the inside tonight, in truck number 67 to be Michael Cole to his outside, the Rod Morris Racing WJM, truck number 76, Rod Morris Jr.
High side hustler 29, that's Travis Twitty. He will start 19th to the outside, the 8 of Cody Verrill.
In row number 11 tonight, rode off 21st, being truck number 30 of Cornerstone Motorsports, Alex Pena to his outside. Daniel Worthington in 113 Flex Motorsports, and running up your field tonight, Derek Puckett and the Texas Boys, number 3. Well, that is your stars and cars of the Truck Series.
Steve, I'm going to be conflicted tomorrow night.
Why?
Because there is some important racing going on tomorrow night.
I know, but we're going to be here.
Steve, but Steve.
We'll just have to announce both.
Because, Steve, it's Castor Oil Flow Racing Night in America at Eldora.
I know. We just got to announce both.
And then, guess what? Wednesday, it's floats again at Brownstown.
I know.
Steve, this is why I hate when racing season gets kicked up, because the big money shows just happen to be And then, Steve, don't forget the following Tuesday, high limit races.
Yeah.
Steve, this is going to be a fun few weeks for us, ain't it now?
It is. I mean, you got Kyle Larson, the Cup Series regular racing, I believe, at Eldora Wednesday night or Tuesday night, and then Brownstown on Wednesday, I believe. So a couple of NASCAR veterans. If you have Flow Racing, you can tune into that. Anyway.
I think Alex Bowman will be there too.
Yeah. .100 lap stage break on lap number 40. The lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green flag. Pace car ducks in down pit road. Bobby Hall Jr. and Jonah Cobert bring the field to the green. Good start for the 94. Bobby Hall Jr. right there. Jonah Cobert pulls up alongside him as they head into turn number 1. Low contact, between first and second there. Cobert going to go a little high. That's going to allow Bobby Hall to clear. Man, Peyton Hubbard. Cobert drops down to third. You got Wes Wiggin in at 88. Looks to his inside. They're side by side for third. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, it's going to be Wes Wiggin by a nose. He does clear Jonah Cobert there. Cobert will now get to the inside line there as he falls back to that 4th position. Is now look at Peyton Hubbard to the race lead at the line. So, Alex, 1 lap in the books. Peyton Hubbard.
To go.
Yeah.
99 to go. 4.
And 99 leading.
Steve, let's see. Timing and scoring for me just on my screen, on my laptop. Okay, there we go. I'm about to say, Steve, for some reason, my computer just told me that we were still pre-staging. So, yes, 99 to go for the 99. Bobby Hall Jr. not far behind. And I want to say they have 4 sets of tires, so they have 3 sets to use yet here. Let me double check. 144 tires. Yes, so they have 4 tires here tonight. And Steve, would you rather win tonight and lock yourself in or face the pressure of trying to win in at Martinsville next week?
I'd rather win tonight, that's for sure.
Well, you don't like Martinsville?
Well, just know my odds.
Well, I'll tell you what. After Sunday's Cup race at Martinsville, you might want to tune in here because I can tell you already the racing here next week will be a lot better than the Cup race yesterday because here at Bluegrass, the talent might not be the big names, but I'll tell you what, the racing is close. And there might be some bump and runs, unlike we saw. That's what upsets me, Steve. It's like short track racing, bump and runs is a thing.
Yeah,
I saw none of it yesterday. It was really depressing. Here you see a lot of cars still trying to find where they want to go. They're trying to get draft, but Steve, the issue is if you get too much draft going into the corners, you're going to hit that wall. You're going to burn up equipment very quickly here. And with 40 laps at a stage break, I want to say you're still going to have 1 pit in this stage. I think a lot of guys are going to go with fuel depending if they burn up their stuff. Peyton Hubbard right now, he's out over almost a half second, or no, that gap's closing between him and Bobby Hall Jr. There you see the 9 machine of Barrett Morton. And again, you see the gap between first, second, and third, and then you go way back to 4th there with Alan Duranco. So there's some gaps here, Steve, early in this one. But again, Peyton Hubbard doing what he's used to doing, and that's being up front. Another car, Jonah Colbert in the 3rd spot. Those 2 cars are, let's be honest, Steve, the drivers to beat lately in this series, in the truck series, is Peyton Hubbard, Jonah Colbert. They're sitting 1 and 3. And Bobby Hall Jr., he is now starting to get back where he was earlier this season. He's in that 2nd spot. Wes Wiggin, Alan Duranco still that top 5. Keep an eye on those top 3, though, because those top 3, Steve, they're going to be tough to beat here if they keep the race how they wanted, especially if they save their equipment as well.
Definitely. It's right now. You look at Jonah Cobert, pulls to the inside 94. Bobby Hall Jr. out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Cobert started on the outside front row. A little contact between him and Bobby Hall on the opening turn. So Cobert fell back to 5th. Now it's worked his way back up to 2nd as he does clear Bobby Hall Jr. out turn number 4. As we come to 7 laps in the bucks, with Peyton Hubbard leading the way over Jonah Cobert and Bobby Hall Jr. Wes Wiggin under attack. Yes, Barrett Morton's inside. He has Al DeRocco and Sean Kaiser right behind him. Barrett Morton will clear him. Now here comes Sean Kaiser. Here comes Alan DeRocco. So that number 88 under attack here on lap number 8 is ahead into turn number 3. Wiggin running that upper line. Now he gets in line there. Looks under the bottom groove, Alex. Maybe he just when he gets to the bottom and had to wait for them all to pass. There is the 97. Looks like Motorsports to car number 97 to Alex Healy. Currently running in the 8th position along with Ed Osborne into 42 and 9th. And Lucas Lyons rounds out your top 10 here at Miami Homestead. As your race leader is Peyton Hubbard. Hubbard with a little over a half-second lead over Jonah Colbert. Colbert at 31. Now you look at your top 3 definitely are closed in on your race leader. Barrett Morton right there in that 4th spot. Got a little ground to make up. He wants to close up to Bobby Hall. As they come out turn number 2 here down the back straightaway. Pretty much single filed out all throughout the field.
There we go.
So Alex, 9 laps in the books for Peyton Hubbard. And he's fixing to be under attack from Jonah Colbert here in a couple laps.
Peyton Hubbard is looking good, but remember, those were the 2 cars we were talking about early on in this one that are the people to beat here tonight. Is going to be Peyton Hubbard, Jonah Colbert. So we're going to have to keep an eye on both of those cars here, as that is going to be a battle for the race lead here. But the real question is, Jonah Colbert, Peyton Hubbard, are they going to burn up their equipment too much? You know, both cars are known for saving their stuff, but it took a little bit for Colbert to catch up to your race leader of the Peyton Hubbard. Bobby Hall Jr., he's dropped back a little bit. So again, the question is, especially at this racetrack, did they destroy their stuff? Did they keep their stuff, Steve? And with 40 laps until that stage break, so now we're, 30 laps until the stage break, a little under 30. Did they burn it up a little too much here? Could someone like Fernando Takahashi, Cody Anderson, Lucas Lyons, those guys, did they save their stuff? Are they saving their stuff here to try and make a late race push for some stage points here? Again, stage points mean a lot, especially now in these closing rounds when these drivers are getting closer and closer to that Final 4. Playoff points and these stage points become very crucial for some of these drivers.
Definitely does. Right now, 12 laps are the books. Peyton Hubbard over Jonah Colbert. Last couple of laps, Colbert's lost a little bit of ground to Peyton Hubbard. He's going to try to reel him back in down the back straightaway. Here he closes up the back bumper, pulls down to the inside, going into turn number 3. Peyton Hubbard stays wide, allows Colbert to the inside. He will take over the lead as they come out turn number 4. Your new race leader is Jonah Colbert. Peyton Hubbard right there in second. Bobby Hall Jr., Barrett Morton, and Sean Kaiser rounds out your top 5. Wes Wiggins settled down in that 6th spot. Alan DeRocco in 7th. Alex Healy still running 8th, along with Ed Osborne and Lucas Lyons rounds out your top 10 here tonight.
Yes, so Colbert, Hubbard, Hall, your top 3 here. You see behind there, Morton, Kaiser, Wiggin, DeRocco, Healy, Osborne, Lyons. That is your top 10. There's that 23 machine, I want to say.
Yeah.
Fernando Takahashi and Dustin Reinsettle there. That is a pass for that 11 spot there. Takahashi. Steve, I don't know. That 23 machine loves to play with fire on the top side at every racetrack.
Well, maybe he likes dirt track racing, just don't want to admit it. Because sometimes
it's a Jersey thing.
Well, it could be, but I mean, ripping the lip. Hey.
Well, he's from Jersey, so.
Well, the battle continues this time. Fernando to the inside of Dustin Reinsettle there as they come out of turn number 4 down the straightaway. 15 laps in the books. Right behind him, you see Cody Anderson and Cody Verrill. A pair of Codys side by side. Give it to Cody Verrill for that 13th spot as Anderson falls back to 14th. And how about the 38 David Brackett currently running into top 15. Then you got Brian Terry. Taylor Peacock not having a good run here tonight. Rowdy Puckett up 5 spots, currently at 18th. Then you got Ron Morris Jr., Travis Twitty, Michael Cole, Alex Pitt and Daniel Worthington shown out of the race. So right now, your race leader is that 31. He has gapped Peyton Hubbard. In fact, Peyton Hubbard has fallen off Alex. He's dropping back. He's down that 4th position. Balanced side by side between Barrett Morton and the 24 Sean Kaiser. 3 wide momentarily. As Peyton Hubbard now back to the 3rd position.
And Steve, I don't know if you have it handy, but I would love to know what the track temp or the temperature outside is here at Homestead, Miami. There we go. Now I just got it. So track temp's 104 degrees. So yeah, Steve, I think these tires are going to get burned up very quickly.
When you look at Peyton Hubbard, he's running a high line compared to the others. And, you know, it's actually kind of working for him. He's not losing ground out of the turns. He looks like he has more momentum. Then the drivers run the bottom line there. You see him going 3 a little higher. Then Bobby Hall and the 24 of Sean Kaiser. Kaiser pulls up alongside him, but that 99 just has the momentum on the outside. But Kaiser this time has him at the line for that 3rd spot. Peyton Hubbard now, he goes right up against that wall. There you look at Barrett Ward now, he passes him. And let's see, does he get a run? This time he does not. So maybe the high side ain't what it's cut out to be, Alex.
Yeah, I do not think so. So Hubbard losing ground. West Wiggin, he's still in that 6th spot. So it's Colbert, Hall, Kaiser, Morton, Peyton Hubbard, your top 5. Jonah Colbert out a 2.5 seconds in front of Bobby Hall Jr. and the rest of the field. There you see Bobby Hall Jr. and Sean Kaiser now side by side. And now you see Bobby Hall Jr. losing ground as well. Steve McMillan, I'm going to ask for a quick second so I can go get me an allergy pill.
Well, you know, asphalt racing Alex is allergic to, so understandable. But right now, you look at it, the battle. Jonah Cobra out front, but the battle right now is between Sean Kaiser and Bobby Hall. Gives Sean Kaiser that 2nd spot. Bobby Hall falls back to 3rd. Barrett Morton, that 4th spot. Peyton Hubbard now settles in at 5th. But now here comes the 88 of West Wiggin. Wiggin run that bottom line. So Peyton Hubbard doesn't look like he can keep that truck down there against that bottom line compared to the other drivers. But he gets a good run there off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Peyton Hubbard at number 99, Team No Love car there. Jonah Colbert leading the way with 21 laps in the books here. 19 laps to go until stage break. We got people coming down pit road. Bobby Hall Jr., West Wiggin, Alex Healy, Alan Duranco, Travis Twitty, and Michael Cole. So pit stops have started. As right now, as you look out for turn number 4, Jonah Colbert going to stay out this lap. There's Sean Kaiser, Barrett Morton. Ed Osborne coming down pit road this time. You see the drivers coming off of pit road. Bobby Hall Jr. in that 94 truck. You see the 88 of West Wiggin. There's Lucas Lyons currently in the 5th position. Dustin Rinstedel into 20, currently running at 6. Cody Verrill in 7th. Cody Anderson 8th. 9th is Fernando Takahashi and David Brackett. Now Lucas Lyons, Dustin Rinstedel come down pit road along with Cody Verrill and Fernando Takahashi. There is your race leader, Jonah Colbert, as he stays out another lap here. As we're on lap number 24 as they head into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4. Here he comes, your race leader. It comes down pit road. So does Sean Kaiser. Barrett Morton to the point now.
Steve, remind me not to give my grandmother a heart attack next time I go upstairs for an allergy pill.
All right. I'll do that. Jonah Colbert, Sean Kaiser, Peyton Hubbard, all down pit road making their stops. Barrett Morton out front, leading the lap here at Homestead, Miami, Florida.
You know who's missing from the night? I just noticed.
Who?
Charles Kastritza.
Yep, he's not here tonight.
A little depressed. Yeah. So Anderson, Brackett, Peacock, Puckett. You're only up, and here they come.
Barrett Morton.
There's Morton, Anderson, Brackett on pit road. Peacock, is he out still? Did he stay out?
He stayed out. Another lap. Peacock in an 81 truck.
So him and Puckett, it looks like, stayed out. So they're going to be the only two cars here not to pit yet. And Steve, I have a feeling they're going to have to pit this time by, where they're going to be pushing it just a bit.
Well, let's hit in turn number 3. Let's look at the 81 truck. He makes his way down pit road. So does, I believe, the 3 going to follow pursuit. He comes down pit road. So now everybody has been down pit road. And when Joe Colbert crosses the stripe, he will resume the race lead here. As we're on lap number 27. 26 laps completed here at Miami Homestead. Joe Colbert leading, or in third, fixing to lead the way here. He takes the lead at the flag stand with Sean Kaiser, Barrett Morton, your top 3. And you got Lucas Lyons and Bobby Hall Jr. rounds out your top 5. Peyton Hubbard, Wes Wiggin, Alex Healy, Dustin Rinsdale, and Ed Osborne ran out your top 10 after pit stops have been made here tonight. Lucas Lyons in that 24 truck doing a good job. But your race leader, again, he had 17 starts this season. 5 wins on the season, 3 poles, 9 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. Sean Kaiser currently running in third. Sits third in the point standings with 18 starts, 2 wins on the season, 9 top 5s, 11 top 10s. And Barrett Morton, fourth in the point standings, currently running third. With 17 starts, 1 pole, 8 top 5s, and 10 top 10s.
So, Steve, we're closing in on about 12 laps to go before the stage break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is, like, Jonah Colbert's out. Like, gone. Almost 2 seconds in front. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch him before the stage break here. I don't know what's going on. Peyton Hubbard, remember, he had the race lead. He's back to 6th. Bobby Hall Jr., who was in 2nd, he's back to 5th. So, Steve, those 2 cars that looked very promising in the early going here are towards the back of the top 10 here now. Actually, you know, one's outside of the top 5. The other one is on the cusp in 5th. So they're, you know, close to dropping out of the top 5 here. And for those drivers, you know, that can be costly in stage points.
Well, you look at Taylor Peacock coming back down pit road in the 81 truck. Maybe, well, it looks like he's going to park it. He's going to end his night. So your race leader coming to 10 to go this time at the line is Joda Colbert. Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons. Lucas Lyons has a little bit of a run there on Sean Kaiser. But he didn't gain much off that run. They kind of stalled out, Alex, when he came off of turn number 4. So he got some reeling in to do. Barrett Morton rounds out your top 4. He's up 2 spots to start of the race. But Lucas Lyons up 8. And how about Cody Verrill? Verrill running in 8th place, up 12 spots to the start of the race. There's Alex Healy running in top 10. And Fernando Takahashi running in 11th.
Steve, I think we got to enter this on Rico Abreu's thing.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It's sold out. He had a drawing. So it was like 100 spots. $100 a spot. And if you won the drawing, you got your company logo on his sprint car for the season. Steve, you know how cool it would have been to see Ultimate Dirt TV on Rico Abreu's car and then watch that man win a high-limit show?
That would be pretty neat.
Or Bluegrass, too. You know, Steve, the options are unlimited.
Right. Totally. Jonah Colbert leading the way out in front here. Sean Kaiser and Lucas Lyons, Barrett Morton, and Cody Verrill rounds out your top 5. Bobby Hall Jr. there, he was your pole sitter tonight, currently running in that 6th position. Peyton Hubbard right there in the 99 machine.
So Hubbard is in the 7th spot. So Bobby Hall and Peyton Hubbard. Steve, the goal is to go forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job at that. They're going backwards here. Fernando Takahashi in the top 10 here. Again, remember, heartbreak for Takahashi. Was running well last week at the ROVAL, and then contact goes around. And, you know, just one of those guys who you thought was going to finish on the podium, maybe a win. And then Fernando Takahashi, just heartbreak. He might have salvaged the top 10, but I'm not even sure if he finished in the top 10 last week.
Well, what about Cody Verrill up to 5th, 15 spots, and he's closed in on Barrett Morton there. Looks to the inside to make a pass for the 4th position. Barrett Morton will drop back to 5th now. It's Cody Verrill up 16 spots in that 4th position. He might not even be done yet.
There is work to be done, and he is moving forward 16 spots, as you said, into the 4th spot here. Talk about some big movers in the top 5 alone as Verrill gains another spot there. So now Cody Verrill up 17 spots. Lucas Lyons, he's up 7 spots. Sean Kaiser up 5 spots. So those 3 cars that are in the top 5, Barrett Morton, who's up 1 spot. So again, 4 out of the 5 cars that are in the top 5 did not start in the top 5.
Yeah. Cody Verrill down to 2nd. Up 18 spots, and now he sets his eyes on that number 31 machine. As at the flag stand, it'll be 4 laps to go. Can Cody Verrill get it done in that number 8 machine? Jonah Colbert still out front, coming out turn number 4. And there is 2nd place, Cody Verrill. So he's in striking distance, and he's pulled away from Sean Kaiser, who's down at 3rd spot, and Lucas Lyons in 4th. So Cody Verrill on a mission, trying to win the stage here.
Verrill closing in on Jonah Colbert, as you know. Look at the run, Steve. Like that camera shows it all. The run he is getting on that 31 machine.
He definitely is closing in slowly as they head into turn number 1. The gap closes even more off of turn number 2. Before too long, we might have a new race leader.
It looks like it might be in this corner, as here we go. And there it is, Steve. Cody Verrill, your new race leader. And now it's a matter of time here to see can Jonah Colbert catch up. Does not look like it. And interesting. Steve, you want to know what it is?
What?
Tires.
Yeah.
Cody Verrill took tires unlike everyone else. So 3 guys in your top 10 took tires. It was Fernando Takahashi. He took tires, as well as David Brackett. And Steve, the only other car in the top 10 that took tires is your current race leader of Cody Verrill. As there you see Takahashi now going after Fernando Takahashi. Going to take that spot, it looks like. Not yet. Through the corner, though, looks to be, yes, I think that's Takahashi, right, Steve?
That is Takahashi.
Okay, good. I thought my eyes were going a little bit there, but Takahashi, he's up to the 7th spot here. So, Steve, he's banking on this stage points, and guess what? The one person who banked on tires for stage points, that 8 machine of Cody Verrill, he is going to possibly take home this stage win. As look at the run he gets in the corners here, as he's starting to pull away from Jonah Colbert even more. Cody Verrill, he's going to go through 3 and 4 here, Steve McMillan, and the 8 machine taking tires is going to win our stage. So Verrill, Colbert, Kaiser, Lyons, Morton, Brackett, Takahashi, Wiggin, Ryan Stedel, and Peyton Hubbard are going to get stage points. And Steve, Peyton Hubbard drops to the 10th. Bobby Hall Jr. drops out of the top 10, so no stage points for that 94 machine.
Definitely, that's going to hurt him just a tad bit. And how about that? That stage went caution free here tonight. 40 laps, took around about 28 minutes. Yeah.
Steve. No, Steve.
Yeah. So how about this? Cody Verrill picking up the win of the stage. And let me just take a look here, Cody Verrill. Cody Verrill comes in 19th in points, 1 top 5, and 1 top 10 to his credit this season. So everybody coming down pit road. There you see the 99 and the 94. And look, first off of pit road is going to be... Who was that? Well, it's going to be Jonah Colbert, Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, Barrett Wharton, and Cody Verrill. Round out your top 5. You got David Brackett, Wes Wiggin, Dustin Runstall, Alex Healy, and Cody Anderson comes out pit road in that order for your top 10.
Steve, I think that was Ron Morris Jr. who came off pit road there.
Well, Alex, that sounds like race control trying to give you a call there.
The old good old landline calling at 9:40 at night. I don't know who would be calling me 9:40 at night.
It's race control because the track's the only place to use landlines.
Right?
Well, it has to be some juicy gossip or something.
Apparently, I didn't answer the phone.
So you're just tuned in to your top 8 in the round of 8 here in Martinsville right now. Next week we'll be at Martinsville. And this 8 drivers will turn into the final 4. So in the point standings, your top 8 look like this. Jonah Colbert, Peyton Hubbard, Sean Kaiser, Barrett Ward, Wes Wiggin, Lucas Lyons, Alex Healy, and Bobby Hall Jr. So that's your top 8 in points. Now, if you're Jonah Colbert, if you win tonight, you lock yourself into the final 4. You don't have to worry about Martinsville. But then you have the others that are going to have to fight. Fight for their life.
Those are the fun ones. Fighting at Martinsville. It's Steve, how's it said? It's just short track racing, bud.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I feel like Martinsville is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. But I digress.
Well, Cody Verrill coming back down pit road here. Lights to go out in a pace car. 76 getting a lap back. A wave around. The 31 will choose the inside. Sean Kaiser to his outside. The field will double them up, rack them, and stack them. As we're fixing to set them loose for the final stage of the night. Well, Alex, it took 28 minutes for the first stage. That's 40 laps. So this race should be done in probably next 35 minutes. If we go caution free.
Keyword should be. I don't have enough caffeine to last me.
To midnight?
Steve, I don't have enough caffeine to last me till 11 o'clock. But Steve, we're getting ready to come to my favorite time of the night.
We are. The pace car looking to pull off.
Pace car is off. And when you find that blue stripe right there, the Geico restart zone green flag is out. Colbert going to lead us down the front straightaway and into turn number 1 and 2. Colbert, Kaiser, Morton. So Steve, the only one that has struggled and has lost a whole bunch of ground. Steve, look where Bobby Hall Jr. is. Bobby Hall Jr. is back in 18th 16th position. He's lost 17 spots, and it doesn't look like Bobby Hall Jr. had a good restart.
Definitely. Right now, currently running in that 18th position. Right ahead of him is Rod Morris Jr. and Travis Twitty. Brian Terry right behind him. If he wants to keep his hopes alive, he needs to try to get back up there to the front. And how about David Brackett running in the top 7 here? As your field is pretty much single filed out early. As Jonah Colbert leads the way out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. In at number 31 machine, Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, your top 3. A battle going on with Wes Wiggin, and I believe that's the 94. It is of Alex Healy. Healy in the 97, I apologize. Will try to take that spot away from at the line. He does. Give it to Alex Healy for that 5th position.
So Healy now into the top 5, and Steve, again, everyone except for one driver of Jonah Colbert. Everyone else did not start in the top 5. Sean Kaiser in 2nd, he's up 5 spots. Lucas Lyons in 3rd, he's up 8 spots. Barrett Morton up 2 spots. So Barrett Morton started the closest to the top 5 with starting in 6th position. And then Alex Healy, he's up 3 spots. So again, nobody except for our race leader of Jonah Colbert started inside the top 5. That is currently in the top 5. Drivers that were in the top 5 to start, Peyton Hubbard outside. Wes Wiggin, he's -2. Peyton Hubbard's -5. Steve, Bobby Hall Jr., he's up to 15th now, but he's still -14. So again, there is a lot of ground that has been lost from your drivers that started in the top 5 here. They're going to have some work to do, but again, it's all about pit strategy from here on out because you're going to have at least 1 to 2 pit stops. Yeah, I want to say, let's see, 25 laps is the lap window. Steve, I'm going to do quick math here. So we pitted on lap 41 plus 25. You're looking at lap 66 plus another 25. Yeah, Steve, you're looking at about 2 more pit stops here. For some of these guys, they still have 2 sets of tires. So it's all about pit strategy from here on out. 50 laps going to be in the book next time around here. So for Jonah Colbert, he's led a decent handful of these laps here in that 31 machine. And Steve, we're getting to the halfway point of this race, and pit strategy going to be the main factor yet again during these races, especially if we keep going at the pace we're going. I tell you what, Steve, pit strategy is going to play king. And if you burn up your equipment, well, you're just going to be a peasant. I think I lost Steve. We might have put him to sleep with all that.
There, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I thought I put you to sleep with all my pit strategy nonsense.
Well, I'm talking about, Lucas Lyons right there. He has company. Has Wes Wiggin right there in his hip pocket. And you have Alex Healy right behind him in 97. Those are the 3 drivers right there in striking distance between one another. But look at this. These group of drivers are closed in on Jonah Colbert as we speak. As right now, Wes Wiggin looks to the outside of the 25 of Lucas Lyons as they're side by side. That's for 4th and 5th. Lucas Lyons will edge him out of turn number 2. Will he clear him? No, he will not clear the 88 of Wes Wiggin.
So Wiggin in that 5th spot still. There's your race leader still. But there's that 25 machine of Lucas Lyons, Wes Wiggin, and then don't look behind them because Alex Healy's right there as well. That 97 machine looking to sneak his way back into a top 5 spot as he lost some ground there. Now Lucas Lyons, Wes Wiggin serves to transferring spots back and forth, but Alex Healy right there. Peyton Hubbard, Steve, he is closing back in. Bobby Hall Jr., he is slowly making the climb closer to a top 10 spot.
Yep, Bobby Hall Jr. is a pole sitter tonight. Currently running in a 13th position, trying to track down to 113 of Daniel Worthington, who's a couple laps down. And right ahead of him in that 12th spot is Cody Anderson, as Daniel Worthington looks to the inside of Anderson. So, I don't know, them 2 battling could allow Bobby Hall to close up a little quicker. This time, the 113 of Worthington does clear Anderson. He's going to try to bring Bobby Hall Jr. with him. All off of turn number 2 here. Down the back straightaway. So now Hall's in striking distance to take over that 12th spot. Meanwhile, Jonah Cobra continues to lead as he is now starting to pull away again from Sean Kaiser. But look at Barrett Morton all over the hip pocket of Sean Kaiser. And there's Lucas Lyons up 7 spots at the start of the race. Currently running in the 4th position. Wes Wiggin rounds out your top 5 here. Alex Healy is 6th. Peyton Hubbard is 7th. 54 laps are in the books here. As across the start-finish line, 55 are in the books. On lap number 56. Barrett Morton puts the pressure on Sean Kaiser there. As these group of drivers will keep their hopes alive for the final 4. But right now, you look at it, Bobby Hall Jr., he has to get in high gear. Try to get up there because, every point's going to be valuable after Martinsville.
Oh, yeah, Martinsville going to be the make or break. But then it comes down to Phoenix, Steve. Good old Phoenix for the final race of the season for the championship 4. So you have 2 races to lock in to the top 4 if you're in the round of 8 right now. So, Steve, 4 drivers move on, 4 drivers go home. This is where it's going to get interesting here because 2 of those drivers might eliminate themselves here tonight. So Colbert, Kaiser, Morton, Lyons, Healy, your top 5. Ed Osborne is in your 10th spot. Bobby Hall Jr. in your 12th spot here. Again, inching his way closer to a top 10 spot again. Derek Puckett, he's in 15th. Cody Anderson, he's in 13th. I hear Steve McMillan.
It's called running and making your own pit stop. I had to get 4 fresh tires. And some Sunoco fuel.
Been there, done that. I feel like NASCAR announcers feel great when it comes to commercial breaks.
Definitely.
Especially imagine doing like what was it? Yesterday it was 400 laps. Imagine doing 400 laps, without a pit stop.
Yeah. Well, that could be exciting.
Especially for people up in the age echelon, such as Mike Joy and Tony Stewart.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But how about this? Your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th there, right there. Then you got a little gap. Alex Healy has gotten around Wes Wiggin for the 5th position. Wiggins fallen back to 6th. Peyton Hubbard running in that 7th position with David Brackett, Dustin Rensiddle, and Ed Osborne rounds out your top 10 here at Miami-Homestead. Jonah Cobert leading the way from Sean Kaiser and Barrett Morton as they come off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 40 laps to go, Alex.
This is where it's getting down to the nitty-gritty, Steve, as we're, 34, 35 second per lap. And, Steve, when they get new tires, it's going to go back down to like that 32, 33 second bracket. So we're moving.
We are. We're trucking along here. Who's your picks to be in the final 4?
Yeah, the chat's been a little quiet tonight. I don't like it.
Well, yeah, tonight it has. Final 4. In 2 weeks, we'll figure it out. Pit stops, Alex.
Oh boy, a lot of cars. Steve, they almost hit that yellow barrier.
I almost did. Joe Cobert, Sean Kaiser, Barrett Board, Lucas Lyons, Alex Healy, Wes Wiggin, Dustin Renstall, all down pit road. Peyton Hubbard down your race leader in number 99 with David Brackett, Ed Osborne, Alan DeRocco, Cody Anderson rounds out your top 5. After your first group up, pit stops have just begun here as we're on lap number 63. So, you know, they made it past the 40 lap to go mark. Now they know they can go at one more stop, Alex. One more stop. And these drivers, now you look at Peyton Hubbard come down. David Brackett's going to stay out. Ed Osborne coming down.
So they're going a little bit earlier than I expected them to, Steve, honestly. But now let's see here. With the guys pitting. Oh, boy. Interesting. Steve, they're taking tires.
They are.
Wait. So the tires they started with, they took tires at the stage break. So some of these drivers should have one set of tires left. For some of these drivers, well, my friends, I don't know if you have tires left because, one, to say the least, like Fernando Takahashi, he's going to have one set of tires when he comes in for this pit stop. Cody Verrill, another driver that's only going to have one set of tires. And where is Mr. Verrill? Steve McMillan, if you could help point me in the direction of what position he is in. I can't find him on my timing and scoring for some reason.
Well, Cody Verrill is a lap down in that number 8 machine in 19th position.
So, Steve, he took tires. I think it says he took tires, but that might have been a pit penalty or something. Who knows? Race control's been a little quiet tonight.
Wouldn't it be some sort of stage breaks that take a joker lap?
Oh, boy.
Alan DeRocco, Bobby Hall down on pit road. You got David Brackett now, your race leader with Cody Anderson and Derek Puckett. Brian Terry, Ron Morris Jr. rounds out your top 5 here at Miami Homestead.
So, Steve, one thing to keep a lookout, Anderson, Ron Morris Jr., Fernando Takahashi, and I want to say Derek Puckett as well, are all teammates.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, Cody Verrill took tires, Steve, so that puts him out of tires. As far as I know, if my math is correct, which Steve McMillan knows very well, my math is usually never correct, but...
Well, Alex Healy getting a lap back hard way, getting around your race leader, David Brackett.
Oh, five total sets, Steve. So, somebody messed up.
Well, there, look at there. The 99 of Hubbard and the 88 West Wiggin now go around your race leader. Ron Morris Jr. coming down pit road in that 76 machine. So, David...
Okay. I was right. Race control got me all confused, Steve. I was right. So, for some of these drivers, they have no sets of tires left because they only had 4.
Okay.
So, for some of these drivers, now they are out of tires. So, Steve, now it's a save game because, think for a second here, you know, you're at almost 30 laps. You're going to have at least 30 laps left here on these tires. So, you're going to have 30 lap old tires. For some of these guys, when they go down pit road here, you know, if they pit on, 80, 90, they're going to have 10 to 20 laps left, and they're going to be, I think they'll pit on like 85, I want to say. So if they pit on 85, Steve, you're going to run for, 15 laps on those tires compared to some of these guys that have no tires left. They're going to be running for 40 laps on the same set of tires. Steve, this could make or break someone.
It definitely could. David Brackett now coming down pit road. So is Cody Anderson. Brian Terry in that 3rd spot. Joe DeCobert in 4th there. Coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Brian Terry down pit road. So 31 coming out turn number 4 now. Coming to the start finish line. 69 laps in the books. Joe DeCobert, your race leader once again. Sean Kaiser is 2nd. Barrett Board, Lucas Lyons, Alex Healy rounds out your top 5. Peyton Hubbard in that 6th position. And how about Bobby Hall in 15th position right now?
Yeah, so Steve, this is where, again, so pit strategy always because I love talking. Steve, I am the Mike Joy of this crew.
Okay.
Not Mike Joy. What's his name? Crap, there's another one. I have a brain fart. Not Mike Joy. Mike Joy is not the one that always talks pit strategy.
Larry McReynolds?
Yeah, that one.
So you're our new Larry McReynolds.
I'm the guy who just likes to talk about pit strategy because it's always fun, Steve.
We call you Larry McNuggets.
Yeah, I only give you little McNuggets during the night.
Little food there never hurts anybody.
Well, I tell you what, Steve, it's the inner football coach of strategy coming out of me. But Steve, I love talking pit strategy, and at these racetracks, talk about the final 3 racetracks. Actually, it's going to be more about pit strategy than anything else. Correction, Phoenix is going to be don't destroy your tires in the first 15 laps, or you're in for a long night. Especially Steve, because we have 300 laps in Cup.
Right. Well, that night we're going to have a pot of coffee and music. You can play your banjo.
I'm calling in sick.
You don't want anybody to hear you play your banjo? Well, your race leader is that 31. We've been caution-free so far here tonight. But the 31 of Jonah Colbert right there. And there is Sean Kaiser. So that's the gap between first and second. Pretty remarkable. There's Barrett Morton. And further back is Lucas Lyons. And Alex Healy under attack from the 99 of Peyton Hubbard. As we're going to throw it to the crank it up cam for a couple of laps. "25 laps to go here at Miami-Homestead, Florida." I'm Stephen Mill along with Alex Robinson. You're watching the Bluegrass Truck Series. As Peyton Hubbard's, or not Peyton Hubbard, Jonah Colbert's in the middle of 3 or 4 there, coming out of turn number 4. Sean Kaiser has some distance if he wants to win this race, so 25 laps to go, Alex.
Yeah, Steve, this is where So, I don't know. I'm really intrigued to know what's going on through these drivers' heads because I'm not spotting because Steve stole me from the spotter stand multiple weeks now. Steve makes me cry because I enjoy spotting.
But you know, you look at it. Cody Anderson's on the lead lap. Ever since you quit spotting, he's been on the lead lap or running up front.
Steve, he was running up front when I was spotting for him. Then netcode happened, so I can't help there. That's what happens when you side draft a Dega, apparently. But at least when I had him, he was in the top 5. Now he's sitting in 14th. See, Steve, this is what happens when I'm not spotting for Cody. And actually, he's losing a spot now. He's in 15th, Steve. So, see, my point just keeps getting better and better. But Jonah Colbert, Steve, are we having... So remember how last week, what was it? It was a Peyton Hubbard show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tonight it's more of a Jonah Colbert show. He's out over 2 seconds in front of Sean Kaiser here. And that 31 machine did not burn his stuff up, and he takes one more set of tires. It might be all she wrote very quickly here for that 31 machine. Barrett Morton, on the other hand, still has a chance at that second spot on Sean Kaiser. But again, You see, there's going to be the issue of when do these guys pit? Do they pit with someone else? Do they try and take the bold strategy of staying out as long as possible? Who the heck knows with these guys? Steve, I have tried to game plan and talk strategy about what these guys will do, and for some reason there's at least 1 to 2 drivers that will surprise the living daylights out of me every single week we have a pit strategy war. But Alex Healy in 6th is going to be the one to keep an eye on as well, because Alex Healy is one of those drivers that, for some reason, Bobby Hall Jr., he's hitting pit road now. Cody Anderson hitting pit road as well.
Well, you know what? They're already in the back. They got to try something else, and they're going to make up any distance as we're coming to 20 laps to go. Your ButtKicker 20 here with the Bluegrass Truck Series here at Miami-Homestead. And I'm looking at the YouTube. It's kind of funny. Brett set up the YouTube, and it says Trucks Miami-ROVAL presented by ButtKicker. I could have swore it was at the ROVAL last week, but maybe something, I don't know. Meanwhile, talk about that. We got pit stops.
Steve, they added a Joker lap for you.
There you go. Well, pit stops happen. Here comes Joe DeCover down pit road, Alex, with 20 to go.
Yeah, Steve, you know what's great when I look at the YouTube and I have that, and then underneath for recommended things, it has Tom Cruise and Days of Thunder. For all you race fans that are watching this live stream, if you have never seen Days of Thunder, you need to watch that movie.
Yes, that is. That's very true. How about White Lightning?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's an old video, right?
Very old.
All right, and you see the dirt track, correct? That was in there?
Yes.
So, do you know that was taken right down the street in my home track that closed last year, I-30 Speedway?
No, I did not.
Yes. It was called the Benton Speed Bowl at the time.
White Lightning, George Jones. Great song. But now, Steve, who has not pitted? Let me see here. Who has not pitted? So,
Odessa Redstone, Alan Duranco, David Brackett, Brian Terry, Fernando Takahashi, Ron Morris Jr. And we got our first caution of the night, and I'm not too sure. It's Peyton Hubbard in the 99, going Jinxes with 18 laps to go.
Well, Steve, there goes all pit strategy out the window.
Hubbard coming on to the pit road, off the pit road. Oh, little, I can't use that word, but a little bit of internet, how do you say that? Not connection, interference.
Interference.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. That might have. One angle looked like it, but let's look at this angle. Oh. Well, that was more than sparklers and snakes coming off that vehicle.
I played the 5th.
There's see Peyton Hubbard. There's Wes Wiggett up there. Peyton Hubbard gets on the loud pedal. Well, we'll leave that up for you to decide at home what happened. As the 31 of Joe DeCover is your race leader with Sean Kaiser, Barrett Morton, Lucas Lyons, David Brackett rounds out your top 5. So, you know, this caution does help like the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr., you know, because now everybody's bunched back up. Daniel Worthington right there going to come down pit road. He is a lap down. Osborne stuck behind the pace vehicle along with the 94 of Bobby Hall, Travis Twitty, Cody Anderson there, and Cody Verrill, all behind the pace truck car. And who knows? Maybe Wes Wiggett was a little upset that, Peyton Hubbard got on the racing surface and kind of blocked his line. I mean, who knows?
Who knows is the real question, Steve.
I mean, I can tell you, Wiggin came up.
I plead the fifth.
Well, Bobby Hall Jr. coming down pit road, so he will not get a lap back. He'll be mirrored a lap down on this restart. Lights are out, going green with 13 to go, Alex.
My favorite time of the night.
That's right. Oh, yeah, Alex. BJ says hello. Oh. Got to speak to him Saturday.
That's good.
Has to be somebody, but I got to speak to him on Saturday. How about that?
Steve, you just have friends.
Well, no, maybe BJ has friends.
Yes.
I got friends in low places.
I love how Steve knew exactly where I was going with that.
All right, the pace car we're looking to pull off is going to be Alex's favorite time of the night.
The Geico. I forget where it is. There it is. Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out, Steve. It's Geico restart zone is a little different here at this racetrack, but here we go. Back to it. Jonah Colbert already starting to pull. Steve, I really hope this gets a little interesting here. I really don't want to see Jonah Colbert pull away and win by a 2.5, 2-second lead.
Well, he's definitely pulling away. There is Sean Kaiser in second, Barrett Morton in third. Lucas Lyons are top 4. They're to 25. Now about Dustin Ridstall has cracked the top 5 of 5 spots. Then you got a battle with David Brackett and Alan Duranco in that 7th position. Ron Morris Jr. got his lap back, currently running at 8th of 10 spots in that 76 truck, as he looks right there to hit pocket of the 38 for David Brackett. Alex Healy currently running in 9th. Then you got Fernando Takahashi rounds out your top 10. There's Ed Osborne, Brian Terry to 13. You got Travis Twitty, Cody Verrill, Cody Anderson, and Bobby Hall Jr. round out the 16 drivers. Wes Wiggin right there with some heavy damage. Currently running at 17th with Peyton Hubbard in 18th. So, the chances for Peyton Hubbard, Alex, let's look at this. So Peyton Hubbard was 13 points back behind Jonah Colbert. Sean Kaiser was 16 points behind him. So, I mean, the points battle is tight.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. To finish the 16th is really going to put a hurting where he's going to have to win probably Martinsville to get in to the Final 4 at Phoenix. Coming to 10 laps to go here. Jonah Colbert lead the way. Sean Kaiser, Barrett Morton, your top 3.
Apparently, I'm supposed to tell Steve.
Uh-huh.
this round's points are up. I didn't have the reset done yet. Oh, maybe I also shouldn't be reading it word for word, but he apparently just did the points a little bit ago.
So they're wrong. I hit refresh. All right, so Joe Colbert, 3 points. Peyton Hubbard's your points leader. So he just messed everything up. That's hashtag blame Jason. So Joe Colbert's second in points, 3 points behind Peyton Hubbard, which we know Colbert will take that away from him tonight as Peyton Hubbard mirrors a lap down. Sean Kaiser currently running his second and his third in the points. Wes Wiggin is 17th in the running order right now. He's currently 4th in the points, so he's going to be losing some ground. And Barrett Morton currently running a third. He's in the 5th place of points. Eight laps to go for Joe Colbert.
So Colbert's out still a little bit under, excuse me. Oh, sorry. A little bit over, or no, it's under half a.
Alex Hinton.
Apparently it's setting up to be JC Motorsports all 4 championship drivers. So
hey, that's what they're aiming for. They're showing a good start. That's for sure. As we're coming to 6 laps to go here at Miami-Homestead, Florida with the Bluegrass Truck Series.
Steve, it would be, I don't even know who. Okay, JC Motorsports there. Now I see it. I was like, I don't even know who's part of JC Motorsports.
This is basically JC Motorsports against Flex Motorsports in a round of 8.
Yeah, and right now, Colbert, Kaiser, Morton, Lyons, Rhinestone, your top 5. Lyons, Kaiser, Colbert, Morton, Rhinestedel. Those guys are JC Motorsports.
Yep. Well, you look at Sean Kaiser now closing the gap between him and Joe Colbert with 5 laps to go here. Joe Colbert lead the way in the 31. Kaiser in that second spot in the 24 truck. Then you got Barrett Morton in 3rd, and then Lucas Lyons in 4th. Dustin Rinstedel rounds out your top 5 with Alan Duranko, Alex Healy, Rod Morris Jr., Fernando Takahashi, and Ed Osborne rounds out your top 10. Coming to 4 go, Alex.
4 to run for Colbert. Steve, I really hope there's going to be something. Something.
A flat tire?
And anything. Because
rain.
Well, I am here, so green, white, checkered are in the proportion. Just something. Anything. Give me something here.
Coming to 3 laps to go, Alex. 3 to go.
3 to go, and your top 3 have enough gap between them where they are not competing. But then there's also a gap between 3rd place and 4th place that is an insurmountable gap. Yeah, that's a big word for me, Steve.
It is a big word. I'm surprised. You know, that tells me that you at least graduated high school.
Listen here, during the Flow broadcast 2 weeks ago, I used the word bellowing. I was like, listening back, I'm like, holy crap, that's a big word. Like, that's a big word for me as 2 laps to go. And yeah, see, those are some big words for me. I don't know where my education kicked off, but apparently these big words are in my vocabulary, and apparently I can say them half decent, even when I'm talking a mile a minute calling dirt track races. But yeah, Steve, this is pure domination. I'm about to
Pure domination as it come out to number 4. The white flag is waving. GC Motorsports 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. Dustin Rinstedel moves to that 4th position as Lucas Lyons falls back to 5th. Final lap out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. Joe Colbert looking to pick up his 6th win on the season. Looks down low middle, 3 and 4, coming off a turn. Number 4, look at 24, going to try to get a run off 4. Your winner here at Homestead is Jodo Cobert. Sean Kaiser will come home in 2nd. Barrett Morton rounds out your top 3. Dustin Renstittle up 6 spots, finishes 4th. Alan Duranco comes home with the top 5. 6th night, Big Lucas Lyons, Alex Healy in 7th. Rod Morris Jr. in 8th, Fernando Takahashi in 9th, and Cody Vera rounds out your top 10. 11th will be Travis Twitty, Ed Osborne. In 12th, 13th be David Brackett, Cody Anderson, Brian Terry rounds out your top 15. Then you have Bobby Hall Jr. in 16th. A lap down with Wes Wiggin, Peyton Hubbard, Daniel Worthington, Derek Puckett rounds out your top 20. Taylor Peacock, Michael Cole, as Alex Penn did not start the race. So good win there for the 31 machine.
So, Steve.
Hey, look, and there's his baby sitting there on the racing surface.
Look at the team players. Just going to sit back, relax, and watch this as, oh boy. I was waiting for him to hit it. I was waiting for him to hit the 25 machine. I would have paid as you guys celebrated. No. Are we going to get a... Is this going to be a team picture? It looks like a team picture to me, Steve.
Yeah.
Except Lucas Lyons is no longer there, so... There's 4. Now there's 1 smoke. Let's see, are they all going to burn out is the real question. Watch them not do it, and then they're going to watch the broadcast, and they're going to hear about it, and they're going to be very disappointed that we sat there with cameras on them, and just for 2 of the 4 to do it. 24 machine Sean Kaiser just did his burnout. We saw the 31-year winner, Jordan Cole. We're just waiting on Barrett Morton and Dustin Reinstittle to see if they do a burnout, which doesn't look like they're going to do it.
Well, we'll be right back with post-race interviews. Live from Miami, Homestead, Florida. Welcome back. Jodo Cobert pick up the win here as Alex has caught up with your race winner.
You know, I always say, guys, that I always talk to in Victory Lane. I'm starting to get sick and tired of seeing your name in Victory Lane, Mr. Colbert.
No, you're not.
Well, yet again, you know, domination is, you know, pretty much what I'm thinking about here. Wasn't, you know, a second lead, but you pulled away just enough during the most of this race that it was comfortable for you. Now, pretty much locking yourself into the championship 4 here now.
Yeah, pretty comfortable race. Had teammates up there up front with me most of the race, so that helped a lot. Kind of have that cushion, knowing that, you know, you can trust those guys behind you to race you real clean. You know, basically, I would have had to made a big mistake to lose that top spot, and that was very relaxing on the nerves. So that was nice. Overall, you know, it was a good, clean race. Did on that first start on the initial green flag, I did get in a bobby. I got loose. I had some weird rear wheel spin going into turn 1. I apologize to him for that. Hopefully he didn't get damaged from that, because that was just a mistake on my part. But yeah, other than that, just pretty much a perfect race from the team. So
now Martinsville next week, with you pretty much comfortably into a playoff spot here. What's the plan now going into Martinsville?
Do everything I can to help the team out. Try to get as many guys into that Final Four as we can. It's gonna be tough because Peyton had such a big points lead going into this round. It's going to be hard for him to fall out. I mean, he would have to have a catastrophic race. I don't even know if he can fall out, honestly. But yeah, just working with the team, doing everything I can to get them in, same as we've been doing all playoffs. Everybody's been real strong. We've been working together. We've really come together the last few weeks with our practice sessions and just working on the little things, and that's kind of paid off. Like, I mean, getting right down to the pit entries and the pit exits down, making sure that we're getting as much speed as we can getting back onto the track, because I've learned that you can gain a second on people just from pit entry and pit exit. So every little thing like that matters, and we're just kind of going over that every single week and making sure we're rehashing the same fundamentals and building as a team. And hopefully we can get one or two more guys into the championship four with me. So,
and once Phoenix comes, friendships are out the window, right?
Absolutely, all bets are off at that point. It's just, hey, a friendly game of race it out and have fun with it.
So if they use the chrome horn on you, this is the following season you're going to be teammates?
Yeah, we'll see. They better make sure it dumps me entirely.
Hey, I'm just asking, final race, a championship, hey.
Yeah, all bets are off at that point, I guess, huh?
Right.
Well, sir, you know the routine. You know what's coming next. Sponsors and anyone else you got to thank.
First, I want to appreciate you guys for putting the broadcast on every week. You guys do a good job. It's good for the family to watch this and follow along. Friends like to tune in every now and then, so that's kind of cool. Give a shout out to my teammates because they were awesome tonight. There was a couple of guys that didn't really know what they were doing before we started practicing for this track, and by the end of it, I mean, they're all in the top 5. So Lucas Lyons, Sean Kaiser, Dustin Reinsettle, Barrett Morton, those guys, I mean, they make me better because I've got to be better than them. So we just feed off of each other. It's awesome having them in the chat. So, and then a shout out to Jason Collins for putting this awesome league together, and the podcast that he does. I know most people know about the podcast, but if you don't, please check it out. They do a phenomenal job week in, week out. So make sure you're checking that out too.
Well, Steve, I got to apologize now because Jonah's family over the past few weeks probably got sick and tired of me talking about pit strategies for a good half hour of the race.
Not motivating, man. You're motivating me.
I talk pit strategies, and you're one of the guys that is just like, yeah, I'm going to screw this up real quick. And I'm sitting there going, oh, there goes Jonah.
Well, iRacing had a big update where they fixed all the auto fuel and all that stuff, so I didn't have any issues this week. So knock on wood.
Well, we'll find out.
Thanks,
Maybe I'll have to test something out to learn these guys' strategies for next week. But that is your winner. Who knows? Maybe we'll talk to him. Maybe he'll say, screw the friendships. We're going for another win back to back here. We'll be the 31 next week going into Martinsville. That is your winner, Jonah Colbert.
All right, coming home in second place tonight, Sean Kaiser in the 24 truck of 5 spots and start of the race. Good job. Hey, podium finish, good points going into tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely the kind of run we needed. Would have liked to win, but it was a great team day. Once again, we all worked together in practice, helped each other out. Got a 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and I believe Lucas finished 6th. I think it was Jonah's race to lose. He luckily didn't have any iRacing issues, and he deserved that win. He was a little bit better than me on new tires off the get-go. Once the tires came in, I was able to basically break even, and we were like running the same exact lap times. Like I wasn't gaining anything on him at the end there. I probably should have tried the high side a little bit sooner, but either way, great day, great points, good stage finish, and I'll take that any day of the week and move on to Martinsville and see what I can do there.
Awesome. So, pretty much you got to really mess up next week. I mean, to not make it in the Final Four. So, what's your strategy going into next week?
I need to do a lot of practice. Martinsville's not one of my better tracks. Actually, it's probably one of my worst tracks in this game. So I just need to practice, get a decent finish, get some stage points out of it. hopefully we don't have a miracle winner. But either way, I feel pretty comfortable, and I know our team as a whole will work together. We'll help each other, and hopefully make me a little bit better, and I can finish up towards the front and get a decent finish out of it and some stage points, and click that ticket to Phoenix for the Final Four.
Definitely. Go ahead, thank those fine sponsors and everybody making it possible for you.
JC Motorsports, JC Graphics, my whole team, once again, Jonah, Barrett, Lucas, Dustin. I mean, we've been phenomenal these playoffs, and it's really a sight to behold. All of us, finishing up front, getting a couple wins, Jonah getting a win, and just solidifying our position at the top of this league and battling for this championship together.
Awesome. That is Sean Kaiser coming home in second. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too. All righty. So it looks like Mr. Robinson's caught up with Barrett Martin. Alex?
I'm talking and I forgot both mics were muted.
That's pretty smart to interview.
Well, see, Steve, I was yawning and didn't want to pick up while you were interviewing.
Well, let me introduce him again. It's Alex Robinson interviewing Barrett Morton.
So coming home in the third spot there, Barrett Morton. And Barrett, a podium finish here tonight. Got to feel pretty good here, closing, the closing ends of the podium spot.
Yeah, man, I was just hanging on like a hair on a biscuit there because this was maybe a top 5 track at best for me. I mean, these practice, you get in here sometimes, these practice times, you can't go off of that. Race pace is always different, so I'm usually pretty confident when it comes to race pace, but didn't have enough for the 2 in front of me. I think I was the 3rd place truck, so it worked out, I guess.
See, and what really upsets me, I got to get on your case. I got to get on everyone's case here. I see 4 trucks sitting there for a picture moment. I see 2 of them did burnouts. 2 of them did not. What the heck? Waiting for a team burnout there.
I don't know. We were just there for the picture. I don't know about the burnout thing. Maybe we can do that at Phoenix, but it might have been a missed opportunity. I mean, we wanted to do that at Dover too, but that didn't work out.
I think next week, depending on how many lock in, I think there definitely needs to be some burnouts next week. If there's more than just maybe if there's 2 or 3 cars locking it into the playoffs, I think there needs to be some burnout.
Yeah, we'll say something to them about it, but we can try. I hope it works out to be that way. I'm actually not even going to be on my rig next week. I'm actually going to the race in Talladega. I've got a buddy that lives not far from there. I'm going to be at his house on his rig, which is way nicer than mine. I hope it makes me faster at Martinsville because I, just like Sean, I hate that place. Terrible at it. So we're just going to try and survive and see what happens.
You can fly home. I'm pretty sure Stuart Friesen's flying to Jersey after the truck race on Saturday.
Oh yeah, sure, might as well.
I think Friesen has some dirt commitments. I'm hoping to see him on Sunday. But have fun this weekend. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors and anyone else you would like to thank for a podium run.
Yeah, so JAC Graphics, RD Designs, Wax Marina, Sergeant Junket, Spearcrest Digital, and then my teammates, and then Jonah's really helped us out this track. Definitely making us faster and strategy and everything. And I think I had there was a time I probably could have around Sean, but I wasn't about to push the issue. And I'm not gonna risk wrecking both of us or something. So definitely thank those guys and Dustin and Lucas. And then you guys, of course. I've been talking to y'all a lot lately. This is kind of fun. Maybe one of these days I might actually get, be in the winner circle. That'd be a lot cooler.
Well, the there's no teammates coming to Phoenix, so that chrome horn's in effect. So that could be Phoenix.
Yeah. You're right. Too nice of a guy. I think respect goes a long way.
I mean, throw a curveball at them. I mean, they could get mad at you. Because they'll be like, oh. No, I'm joking.
Right. I like my team. I want to be with them next season, too.
Oh, Alex.
Steve, apparently people are enjoying coming up because they like finishing on the podium a lot to come talk to us. I don't know why, but apparently they enjoy talking to us.
Definitely. Well,
Well, give us a chance to thank our sponsors and stuff, right?
Well, that's a good point, but talking to us is not a fun point.
It ain't too bad. There's worse people. At least Jason doesn't do this.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
We try and
Sorry,
keep him,
Jason.
we try and we try and keep him in the pace car. It's a lot easier.
Uh,
But that is your third place finisher, the 9 of Barrett Morton.
alrighty, that's going to conclude our broadcast night. What?
I'm plugging this. I am plugging this tonight because I am plugging my weekend this weekend because Steve, I get super dirt car.
Uh-huh.
So
Plug it.
USAC East Coast at Bridgeport Motorsports Park Saturday. That is on Flow Racing on Saturday. Sunday we are not on Flow Racing. We are on the Dirt Vision because the Super Dirt Car Series invades the Kingdom of Speed in Swedesboro, New Jersey. If you are near, come to the racetrack and see some great racing at the High Banks. If you are not, Flow Racing Saturday night, Sunday night, it is on Dirt Vision. You can hear my lovely voice as well as Mike Warren on Sunday night for Super Dirt Car. Steve, I am so pumped, and hopefully Stort Friesen flies up from Daggett so I can see Friesen run a modified.
There you go. All right. Don't forget, you just plug it in tomorrow night and Wednesday night, Alex.
I think that's just Steve trying to remind me I'm showing up tomorrow and Wednesday night.
Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night with the Xfinity Series. Same time, same place. Until then, y'all be safe out there. God bless.